ASNS. Let's see what it does here in after hours when they release it. Let's see if retail comes back and smacks it right back up again after this halt. They halted going down and they locked it up going into after hours, which is unfortunate, but let's see what it does. Coming into after hours here, JWEL is up. Take a look at that one. JWEL. JWEL. Joel Global. JWEL. And of course, ASNS trying desperately to get back up there. Hopefully you guys bought on that dip on ASNS today when it started climbing back up again. And it halted like crazy going back up. And I hope you guys were paying attention to that and seeing just how powerful that move up was on all those halts and how crazy it was getting, and took advantage and jumped in there somewhere. There was a lot of room to jump in there. Hopefully you did. It's up to 459. I am sitting on a 355 average on that one on my second go around here. I got in at initially at $1.05, and that was in after hours yesterday, and then let it go at 388 this morning. Got in again in pre-market at 440, and it tanked hard today, as you know. It started to go back up, and I jumped in the middle of those halts. I think it was around the third halt, somewhere in that general neighborhood. The third time it halted going up, I decided to jump in quick after the halt, and I managed to get in at around 278. And so that brought my average down to about 355. So we're sitting on some decent profit for the second time on ASNS. Right now, that is the number one runner here in after hours that I'm seeing. INM also pushing up nicely. INM and ASNS. Take a look at both of those. Let's see if ASNS, could this be a good dip buy opportunity here on ASNS? Only time will tell. INM, InMed Pharmaceutical, is popping up pretty nice. I don't see any reason for it to be, but it is popping up in after hours here. Not seeing any news on that. Perhaps there is, but I don't see any. Sean, good afternoon. Let's see. WLGS just popped in here. Wants to play. WLGS is getting some attention. PIII, P3 Health. That one's also getting some attention. ARQT, nothing there. Looking at news. Healthcare conference, NASDAQ compliance rules, nothing there. Terry, good evening. Or good afternoon, I guess. Let's go back here to after hours. Camp. Where'd camp come from here? CAMP jumped up on the list. Jumped in there with INM. INM still pushing. Up to 40 cents. INM. Good afternoon, Kathy. Sheila will not be with us on YouTube this afternoon, Kathy. She had some prior commitments We are just hit 41 cents. ASNS, we got a press release. Announces exercise of warrants for $3 million gross proceeds. Boom, down she went. Exercising of warrants on ASNS. Can it recover? Can it recover? INM, we keep talking about that one. It's up to 41. INM sitting right at 41. That right now is the clearest mover in after hours. Yeah, it's pulling back up a little bit. They just put out a press release about exercising some warrants, and took a little dump. Good afternoon, Michael Reese. Good to see you. Navin, yes, unfortunately. INM, I keep saying that, but it's still going. So it's at 43, 44. Hopefully somebody jumped in on that. All right, let's go back to volume. ASNS. Let's hope that can pull back up again on ASNS. Let's see if it's got what it takes to get back up. I'm back in the money on it with this little climb. Sean, he got some INM at 34, sold half at 44. Nice. Let's take a look at some other market news here. Class action lawsuit, regulatory development initiative, that's junk. PLTR, customers, placements, announcements, that's junk news. MIRM. Nothing there. Sonics, nothing there. All right. No news on the horizon here. INM looks like 44 may have been where it topped. I don't know. That may be it for that one. We'll see. Let's see if it can climb up past 44. Mingman got it from 36 to 44. Nice play. Let's see what else we've got. So far, INM is the play here in after hours at least. GameStop trying to push up here in after hours if you're interested. Back up to 32. Spiked up really nice up to 32.9, fell back down. It's back to 32.3. I told you guys I thought the stock was done in terms of those $80, $90 runs, but it was going to continue to have this kind of fluctuation. It'll go up, it'll go down, it'll go up, it'll go down. Beautiful opportunity for day traders to make money on GameStop. Absolutely beautiful opportunity. It's playing out just the way we thought it would. JWEL, let's see, INM at 44.9. It's Come on, let's push it up past 45. CHPT. First quarter fiscal, and it popped up on that news. CHPT. Got a little bit of a pop there on the news, on their financials. Popped up and came back down. Be careful on that one. Read the press release. See how good or bad those financials were. Houston Daniels, 2K today on GameStop. Nice, very nice. Joey's up huge on Invax. Wow. CHPT. CHPT. The bid has dropped down to 166, so don't rush into that one. Do not rush into that one. Wait and see if that bid price is going to start climbing. Do not rush into it. Please. INM. Whoa, look at that tank on INM. Health. HLTH popping up. Q Health. That's a little cheapy there. That's a little 5-cent stock. That is a cheapie. Didn't like the fancy shirt, huh? I had to throw it in the wash. HLTH pushing up. Q Health, HLTH. Starting to climb here in after hours. INM, boy, I don't know if that's going to go back up or not. I don't know why it was going up to start with, other than FOMO. HTOO, nothing. Let's see what other news we got. CHPT, again on revenues. CHPT on revenues. Like I said, keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on that one. GLBS, nothing there. Reading these press releases off. NNBR, Small Cap Investor Conference, that's nothing. All right. CHPT, another press release on their second quarter stuff, climbing. Let's see what kind of juice that's got in it. What is the float on CHPT? CHPT. Looks like we have a 338 million public float. Is that right? My gosh, that is insane. If that is correct, that's an insane float for a $1.77 stock. That is insane. All right. So HLTH. Now up to 6 cents. All right, we're going to turn the fan back on again. I apologize ahead of time for the noise, but I like to stay nice and cool while I'm doing this. So my deepest apologies. All right, ASNS. Back up to 435, 438. it has recovered, folks. Good afternoon, Silver Fox. ASNS. How many held on? How many held tight on that drop? All right, HLTH. Again, remember, it's a 5-cent stock. So play these as we always do. Quick in, quick out. Don't hold on to these things. All right, HLTH, ASNS, SPG. Looks like it's trying to hold on. RNW press release announces results for the fourth quarter and fiscal year 2024. Not sure how they could do that when fourth quarter is not even here yet. But it did pop up a little bit. ASNS looks like it's trying to recover. Squeezing. Good afternoon. Health shows filed for bankruptcy. Good afternoon. It's been good me. Alright, let's see. RNW again. Revenue, $1.1 billion in revenue for Renew Energy, RNW. See if that one gets some play. RNW. Would love to see ASNS just rip like crazy here in after hours again. Let me read off some more press releases. CHPT beats on revenue. Downside guidance for quarter two. Healthcare conference. Nothing there. And a class action lawsuit. So we're getting a little bit of news trickling in here since 4 o'clock, but nothing huge for us. Yeah, it's got a huge spread on it, and that would be normal in after hours. PWM, Brian, just looking at that, no, there's nothing about that looks very exciting. CJJD popped up. Health back to 6 cents. JZXN. Silo. AEMD is moving up. Don't really have anything to give you right at the moment. Looking for something here in after hours. Health still continues to push up. HLTH, that's a cheapie. No clear runners just yet on press releases, and that's really what we're focused on, is press releases. After hours press releases, and not getting any. But we're going to be patient. It's only 20 after. We may still get some. Still looking. Man, oh man. This is a pretty uneventful after hours here so far. GME back to almost 32. Thank you, Terry. Did you get rid of ASNS? No, I did not. I've had that twice today. Made money on it in pre-market and then bought again in pre-market again, and then bought a second lot of it this afternoon when it started climbing. It was having all those halts. Right around the third halt, I think it was, I bought back into it again. ACHR. 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 Boom. ACHR. Make sure you don't miss out on those. ACHR. Up to 362 now. Popped down, popped up, and then down. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. HLTH just hit 7. It's up about 2 pennies since we mentioned it here, which isn't a lot, but if you had a lot of shares of it, even 2 pennies is a nice little chunk of change. 7-1. Tell is popping up. TELL. Now that one had news on it attached to it. From about 7 hours ago. So if it's running now, it's just running on FOMO. Got a little bit of a spike in it. Got a few people excited and jumped in. But it's not getting much volume right at the moment. Not like it did today during regular market hours. but it is pushing up a little bit. TELL. Sometimes it gets hard keeping track of all these for you. There's so many of them running right now, but they're running very, very small, you know, and you can't jump into all of them. So you really have to narrow it down, and that's why I like to go on news, especially in after hours. There's so many that are running 5%, 10%, 15%. And they're all moving pretty good, up, down, up. It's hard to keep track of all of them, and you never know which one is going to be the one to take off. And obviously, like I said, you can't jump into all of them. It'd be nice if you could, but you can't jump into all of them. And that's why I like to have that press release, that news. Those are the ones I want to jump into, because those are the ones that I have the strongest feeling that they're going to go up a little bit. MNDR, look at it go. MNDR popping up beautifully. Popped up into the number 2 spot right underneath health. It's up 20%. MNDR, Mobile Health Networks. Nice little pop up. It's been climbing all day long. Finally decided to give us a little pop here. KITT, KITT, just popped up as well. Little 15-cent stock. It looks like it's trying to do something. JZXN, that one popped up a little bit. We've got about 5 or 6 of them that are up 15 to 20%. But they're not staying up there very long. They're popping up to about a 15% increase in after hours, and then they're falling back down again to 2%. Nothing is staying up consistently. Even health now is back down to 5.9. So it's tanking hard as well. JZXN popped up. KITT, KITT is up 13%. MNDR popped up beautifully and came right back down. MSGN popped up, but it got no volume. RCEL, RCEL achieves milestone for first case using RCEL Go. Let's see if that does anything. RCEL, that's a $9 stock. The bid is at $9.52. Now it just dropped to $9.14. And the ask is at $10.22, so quite a spread on that one. All right. Health back to 6. I want to give you something new that we haven't been watching for the last 30 minutes. We've been watching about the same 5 go up and down and up and down and up and down. I want to give you something new here that's got some news attached to it. Some amazing news that's going to make these things just skyrocket. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing that just yet. Not seeing it. RCEL's not moving. Health popped back up to 6.7, almost back to 7 cents. Not seeing anything. ISPC, yeah, ISPC popped up pretty nice. BNED, BNED, BNED. Barnes & Noble Education shareholders approve. That's all the headline says. Take a look at that. Barnes & Noble, BNED, BNED. BNED, Barnes & Noble. They approved a milestone equity and refinancing transaction. BNED. Take a look at it. I don't want you to miss out if it goes someplace. At least you knew about it. It may or may not. All right, I'm going to pick up a few thousand here on BNED. All right. Picked up a few thousand at 36. It's back down to 35, so I should have waited just a little bit longer. Could have got it a little bit cheaper. But we'll see how it does. So that's my only play so far in after hours. BNED. Picked up a few thousand shares at 36. It's at 39. So hopefully you guys went over and at least looked at it when I mentioned it. Looks like Brad did. He got some at 36. MNDR. Oh, great. We're going to start this mess again. Let's see. Well, we'll continue to watch that. Kathy's in BNED at 35. Wow. Pick some up at 35. That is beautiful. I'm rebooting my trading platform. Mike got some at 36. We played that last week and got stuck holding a bag. I hate that stock. These boomers think they got this market thing figured out. Well, Dave, I don't know that if you're referring to me, I don't know if I've got it figured out or not. I don't think I've got it figured out. I think I don't know. I am a baby boomer. I am a baby boomer. I will admit to that. Let's see. Well, I figure you guys can take care of that. Set him straight. As long as he keeps it family friendly, we'll let him stay. That's what happens when new people come in. They don't see the big picture. They haven't been here long enough to understand what we're doing. And doubting Thomases. You know, there's a lot of scammers out there, unfortunately, and especially doing the whole stock market thing. There's a lot of scammers out there, get rich quick kind of schemes, and unfortunately, you know, when you've seen so many of them over time, you see so many scammers, especially on TikTok. When you see so many of them, after a while, you start feeling like all of them are scammers, and you just have a bad taste in your mouth for all of them. And that's what happens. People pop in on our live stream, and they immediately, their brain goes to scammer, and they immediately don't have anything nice, but that's okay. Usually if they stick around long enough, they start figuring it out and realize that it's not what they thought it was. BNED. How we doing on BNED? Mike got it from 36 to 41. Scott took it from 35 to 38. It's at 40. Scott got it from 36 to 41. It's at 41.8 now. How high can she go? Let's find out. All right. Health. B. Cotter got it from 36 to 42.9. It's at 45.6. Brad sold a third of his at 41. Wow, we just hit 45.6 on that. Not bad. Good call out. Mo took it from 37 to 42. Like seeing everybody. Brian from 36 to 45. I'm happy to see everybody selling and locking in profit on this. But at the same time, we're keeping the price from going up by selling. But you're doing the right thing. BNED, pennies for dollars, 38.5 to 43.5. Thanks, Jeff. Very welcome. Terry's going to dump all his bags and start over. $36 to $45. Let's see, what else do we got? Nothing there. We're reading off some of these press releases that have popped up. ACHR now at 371. ACHR really looking nice. Nice. 375 now. Sean, 36 to 44. Sold half. ACHR started this little run here at 345 and it's now at 375, 376. ACHR. $377, $378. Pulling back just a little bit. Got to figure out how to do this. Well, you're in the right place if you want to learn. We'd be more than happy to help you out. More than happy. How we doing on BNED, folks? How we doing on Barnes & Noble? GameStop, staying tough. It's staying up there in the $32 range. Let's see, what else we got? ASNS continuing to fall here. BNED. Well, I've got a good buy-in price. I'm in at 36 to 39, so I'm up about 3 pennies on it. Was kind of looking for 50, kind of looking for 50 cents, but I don't know if I'm going to get 50 or not. Maybe we can help each other out and hit that ask price and get it up there. Who knows? I know when it got up to 40, everybody started selling though. Everybody took advantage of that even 40-cent mark. Oh, it was a hot one here today in Florida. I think it hit 90, 94, 95. Humidity, oh my, oh my. It was hot. It was a hot one. I need to learn too. Sold too quick on HLTH. HLTH back up over 7. David, learning, took it from 35 to 40. Nice. Yeah, it's going to be a hot one in Florida. I'm actually kind of excited. I like hot weather. I really do. I knew when I moved down here that summers were going to be brutal because I've been here in the summer many, many times on vacation. So I really knew it was going to be hot. But as long as I've got a pool and an ocean to go lay by, get that nice ocean breeze on a nice hot day, it feels pretty good. If I didn't have the swimming pool or an ocean breeze, I probably wouldn't enjoy living in Florida, to be honest. But that ocean breeze makes it all worthwhile. Can I day trade with a cash account? Absolutely. Hope to join your live soon. I'm still on nights. JWEL moving back up. It is trying, isn't it? We mentioned that one right at 4 o'clock when it first spiked up at 4. It fell back a little bit, went sideways, and now it's starting to climb up again. So keep an eye on JWEL, another possibility. Darn good. We'll see you tomorrow, my friend. $240 on JWEL now. We just hit 250. Got a really nice surge of volume. What do you watch? The candlesticks? Yeah, I watch here for quick day trades, quick in and out on day trades. I watch the 1 minute chart. And I watch volume very closely, very, very closely. And the candlestick formations. HLTH at 6.8. ISPC still up. KIT, KITT, that's still pushing up. All of these top 4 or 5 are ones we've been talking about since 4 o'clock. The top 4 or 5 runners really haven't changed much. I think BNED is kind of a new addition. Barnes & Noble, that was kind of a late addition to our top 4 or 5 that keep switching places with each other. ASTS. ASTS starting to pop off. ASTS. Let's see. I know when I throw a lot of ticker symbols at you, it gets hard to keep track. And oh, okay. Hang on just a minute. Oh my. I missed a whole bunch of comments on YouTube. Wow. Hi, Grandpa. Oh, nice color shirt. Good afternoon, Kim. Good afternoon. Oh. Sorry about that. Are you a scammer? No, I'm not a scammer. Oh gosh. You've been following GameStop? Yeah, we've been all following GameStop all day long. You're reading the chart, reading what do I do with GameStop? Hang on just a minute. Nope. All right. All right, I'm back. There was something weird with my comments on YouTube, and I wasn't seeing all the comments that were popping up, and I do apologize for that. I got it fixed now, I think. Oh, let's see. BNED, yeah, BNED is fizzling out from the looks of things. We're going to have to reboot this again and again and again and again. Something is weird. I'm going to have to do a check on my security check. Yes. Jay might pop in here in a minute. Is Jay in here now? Did I miss him popping in? I hope not. All right. Back to the matters at hand. Health, HLTH 63, ISPC 42, KIT, VCNX, Swag, Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble coming down here. Barnes & Noble. Fizzled out. Brian got health from 5.5 cents to 7, just a fuzz over 7. What time does after hours close? 8 o'clock. 8 p.m. Eastern time. But we're not on that long. I'm usually only on here for about an hour in after hours trading. NVVE. Oh. Ooh, NVVE not looking good here. Look at the monthly chart. Yeah, no, I'm not liking that one. Not liking that at all. It could bounce back into that $1 range, but I wouldn't look for it to. It's not looking good. Especially with that much volume pushing it down. That's a lot of volume on the downside. That's a lot of volume pushing down. A lot of profit taking early this morning as expected when it ran from like 72 cents up to $1.70. Nice, beautiful run, but you can almost expect with that kind of a run on a cheap stock like that, there's going to be a ton of profit taking going on. And boy, did it really tanked this afternoon around 3 o'clock. It just, the bottom fell out and down it went. And it's still continuing to drop. So I don't have a real positive outlook on that one. I expect the price will jump. I will sell before the meeting and buy longer term puts right out to drop. Sounds like a very good plan there on GameStop. ASNS overnight. No, probably not. Barfield, probably not. I'm probably going to let it go now. We'll see if it bounces off a 3 here. If it bounces off a 3, I'll let it go back up. If it doesn't, I'm just going to let it go. Sean, did you keep it last night at 70? No. I got it last night, but I got it at $1.05. I know everybody else was buying at 70. And most of them sold around that $1.05 range. But that's about when I bought. Bought back today at 3 and exited at 407. Nice. I'm holding a bag of ASNS. GameStop back to 31. ISPC still pushing up. Anybody still in ISPC? Brian, I don't know how many shares you had, Brian, but that's a long hold to the downside. From 355. That's a long hold percentage wise. And maybe in terms of dollars, it's not that much in your account. And that could be. But if it is a large amount dollar wise, that's holding way too long. especially with an opportunity to get out at that 355 buy-in after that dip. That 355 buy-in, then it tanks on the news. It climbed all the way back to 456. So that was $1. That was $1 increase from where you bought it. I'm not sure where you bought it on this up or coming down or where you bought it at, but if you bought it prior to that little run there to 456, you were sitting on over $1 per share profit, and that would have been a logical spot to get rid of that. $1 per share is quite a bit. But that you may have bought it on the way down from that, thinking it might go back up too. I don't know where you bought it or how many shares you have, but I'm sure it's all well within your trading plan, and everybody's trading plan is different, that's for sure. Oh, Fidelity locked you out at 4? They don't do after hours trading, Brian? Or did I misunderstand that? You bought it, oh, you bought it just prior to that halt. Oh, okay, gotcha. Just prior to the halt leading into after hours. Gotcha. And then you got locked out in after hours. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. Boy, that sucks. Wow, that does suck. Yeah, you are stuck on that. That sucks. I would seriously consider not using that trading platform anymore. All you can really do now is just cross your fingers and hope that it climbs back up between now and when you can trade in the morning. That really blows. I need another Nvidia trade. My 5K initial investment is almost 23K. That is amazing. That is amazing. MSGM regains compliance with NASDAQ. LDI. That's junk, fluff news. Nothing at 5 o'clock that is pushing the needle up on anything. There was a little bit of news that came out at 5 o'clock, but nothing major. GameStop down to 31. AKTX. Don't see anything. I'm waiting on Nvidia to split before I. Lanny says been holding Nvidia since 390 bucks. That is amazing. Lanny, that is great. I love hearing stories like that. Hey, Brian, we got somebody commented here on YouTube about that Fidelity. You can do after hours trading on Fidelity, but just not on your phone. You have to do it through the website. And the account has to be set up for after hours trading. They're doing a forward split, Daniel. One for 10, if I'm not mistaken. CNSP to the micro list will do. Are you going to add it to the micro list on that micro list page? I'm David. I'm going to buy mine after the split. I get a little bit more buying power, I guess. I don't know. What I'm hoping for is the split. The price drops down to the new post-split level, which hard telling what it's going to be now. It could be 1,300 by Friday. But what I'm going to hope for is the split down to the new price. Maybe 120 bucks, 130 bucks a share. And I'm going to hope for a dip. That's what I'm going to hope for. I'm going to hope for them to split it and then the price tank just a little bit. Doesn't have to tank a lot, but just a little bit of a nice dip there. And that's where I'll buy in, and hopefully everything will go back up. Have a great night, Kim. All right. Well, that is my hour in after hours. ISPC is still up, still climbing. That's looking pretty solid. That might be a good candidate for a hold overnight into pre-market if you can trade at 4 a.m. HLTH, definitely not an overnight hold. KIT still pushing up nicely. KIT, KITT, still looks like the potential for a good overnight hold into pre-market. Again, only if you can trade at 4 a.m. What else we got moving solidly? JWEL, another potential for an overnight hold. JWEL. But again, just like the other ones, only if you can trade at 4 a.m. Have the ability to trade at 4 a.m. Not that you will trade it at 4 a.m., but I'm just saying your platform allows trading starting at 4 a.m. These three that I just mentioned might be worth looking at as a hold for overnight because they may take off at 4 a.m. From 4 to 4:30, 4:45, they could really, really spike nutty and make you some really, really good money. But you have to decide that. Don't do it just because I told you to. Don't buy them just because I mentioned them. Go look at them and see what you think. Ultimately, it's your money. It's your decision to make. I just try to give you some pretty decent ideas, what I think is good ideas anyway. Yeah, ASNS did it this morning at 4 a.m. Man, it was off and running. So anyway, ISPC now at 48. Now we've been talking about ISPC since about 25 after 4 here. We've been talking about it for about 50 minutes. And I haven't heard anybody, and it's been running really nice for that amount of time, but I haven't heard anybody talk about getting into that, which is a little surprising. But maybe some of you have and just didn't mention it. All right. It's going to hit 50 here in just a second. You guys have a good night. I will see you all bright and early in the morning, 6:45 a.m. on the website, and TikTok and YouTube will be on at 7:30. If you'd like to catch those 7 o'clock press releases, then you'll need to be on the website. Wolfpackcommunity.com. Wolfpackcommunity.com. Just like it sounds. And there's a link to it on TikTok, and there's a link to it on YouTube. Pop over to the website and subscribe to live trading and join us at 6:45 a.m. I know it's early, especially if you're on the West Coast and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:45 in the morning. That's really, really early. I know, but that's when the market's open. That's when we have to do it. So you guys have a beautiful morning, and look at there. ISPC just smacked over 50 cents. Scott got it from 41 to 46. Beautiful. What are your general reasons for holding a position into pre-market? Because they're going to continue running between now and pre-market tomorrow. And if a stock's at 50 cents now, and in pre-market it runs up to $1, you get the benefit of that. You could wait till tomorrow at 7 o'clock, but by 7 o'clock that stock may have had a massive run and then already fallen back down, so you miss out on that run. A lot of people like to do those also because they're swing trades. They're not considered day trades. So if you buy it today, sell it tomorrow, even if it's in after hours and pre-market, it's still considered 2 separate days. So you're doing a swing trade instead of a day trade. And a lot of people are limited on day trades. They're working out of cash accounts. They've got a very limited amount of day trades they can do without being labeled a pattern day trader. And so they have to control how many day trades they do. And by buying something in after hours, holding it into pre-market tomorrow, especially one that looks pretty good, that looks like it's going to run, they save one of their day trades for another stock. And a lot of people like doing that. I did that a lot. Save my day trade, do a swing trade in after hours. It works out pretty good sometimes. ISPC, Sean, from 37 to 50. Nice. Very nice. All right. You guys have a great night. Enjoy your evening. I'm going to head out right now, turn this thing off, and I think I'm going to head to Dairy Queen and get me some chocolate ice cream. That sounds really good on a nice hot day. Get some ice cream. So you guys have a good night. I'll see you all in the morning.